This project runs the largest Web3 cloud gaming platform, and it has just launched its node sale. The nodes start at $38, and users who buy a node now get a free airdrop that's going to be worth $90. That makes the node practically free. The nodes will run on a PC, and they will create a DePin network, helping to power the CPU and GPU infrastructure for this cloud gaming platform. They have over 1.4 million users, they're active in 110 countries, and the token, which has already raised $4.5 million in the public sale, is expected to launch on top exchanges next month. And make sure you stay till the end of the video, because I'll show you how you can get hold of these nodes now and utilize that additional $90 bonus to help get back your ROI. In this video, I'll go over what the project is and what they're trying to achieve. I'll overview the nodes and how they earn. And then lastly, I'll talk you through how you can purchase the nodes to get that additional airdrop bonus. I'll have links in the description if you don't have time to watch the whole video, and I'll have time-stamped the key chapters so you can scroll along as you wish. Right, let's jump straight into this video. Let's jump into the Deeplink website so we can learn more about the project, the ecosystem, and what they're trying to achieve. Now, Deeplink is trying to attack multiple fronts with one solution. They're focusing on AI and the increased need for compute in the world of AI. They're looking at cloud gaming because this is a huge industry that is actually in demand at the moment. They're focusing on the lack of GPU resources available and how they can utilize users in their node network to help solve this shortage GPU problem. And they're also working on a DePin, decentralized physical infrastructure solution, by distributing nodes across the network to support the cloud gaming protocol. Yes, that was a mouthful, and we're going to go through the project in detail to see how it solves these problems. Now, you can see the cloud gaming market has grown exponentially from 2020, when it was worth around 600 million, to now over $6.5 billion. And that is only going to grow year on year as the capabilities of cloud gaming grows exponentially. Now, I've got an LG OLED TV, and I noticed the other day that I actually had the ability to cloud game using Amazon's version of cloud gaming as well as the inbuilt NVIDIA cloud gaming protocol. And you can actually see some of the players that you may be familiar with in the cloud gaming atmosphere. And one of the main differentiators between cloud gaming and traditional gaming is that you only need a low-end monitor. As long as you have an internet connection, you don't need to download any gaming. There's no need to have huge storage because it's all streamed through the internet, and you can actually play a multitude of games as well as mobile games and utilize web browsers. And that cloud gaming market is what Deeplink is trying to capitalize on. And you can see some of the statistics that they're able to boast on their website through their cloud gaming, including 8K resolution and absolutely low latency with no lag. Now, Deeplink has got two different aspects to the ecosystem. They've got the Deeplink protocol, which is the cloud gaming protocol that has a few different factions to it. And it's got the Deeplink software, which is essentially a remote viewer, allowing users to actually remotely access their PCs no matter where they are across the world. And of course, that allows users to offer their PCs to be remotely played on. And if we take that first aspect of the cloud gaming protocol, you can see that they have different aspects to it. So they've got highcons.cloud, which is active at the moment, and this allows users to rent GPU servers or cloud desktops, and they are available for users across the world. It's actually available now to download. And the second thing they've got in the cloud gaming protocol is the concept of the cloud internet cafe. Now, this might not be the case in Western countries, but in countries like Korea, China, Brazil, Indonesia, these boast hundreds of thousands of these internet cafes. Globally, there's over 150,000 of them. Now, to build one of these gaming cafes, there is a huge outlay in spending on expensive equipment. There's security issues and maintenance issues. But with the cloud cyber cafe solution, users simply need to have a good internet connection and some decent monitors. The rest of it can be handled through the cloud gaming platform. And actually, they have loads of users who are currently making use of this at the moment. And so this is another active part of the cloud gaming protocol. And the second part of the ecosystem outside the cloud gaming is actually the Deeplink software. Now, this is a software that users can download, and it's essentially a remote control, allowing people to control their computer anywhere in the world. And it leverages the infrastructure that Deeplink has to leverage on low latency and fast connections. And they are generating an income by selling a Crown NFT. And that gives you 1 year access to this Deeplink software, allowing you to utilize the remote features and 10% 10% of the software NFT revenue is actually invested in node rewards. And you can see some footage on the screen of users that have reviewed the remote software. And some of the exciting things about this project is they're also investing in hardware infrastructure. And you can see some of the ideas they've got for some blockchain cloud gaming consoles, small handheld consoles, as well as home GPU servers. And they're also potentially going to be releasing blockchain PCs and blockchain VR headsets. And all of these are going to utilize the cloud gaming infrastructure that they already have. So there's some exciting things on the roadmap for the Deeplink project. And you can see on the screen some awesome milestones that they have achieved and they're hoping to achieve towards the end of the year. And Deeplink has got a super interesting business model. They've got a commission model where they charge 20 to 30% commission for each of the cloud game transactions. And these go into the DLC token, which then gets burned to ensure that the token rises in price. And they've also got the license node models. So cloud internet cafes and cloud esports centers can purchase these licenses with a monthly license fee. And it's the decentralized nodes that are going to help power this network. And these are the nodes that you're going to get access to later on in the video. And remember, make sure you stick around because I'll also show you how you can get access to the 30,000 token airdrop by taking part in this. Now, they do have a public team. Now, initially these pictures did look AI generated, but as I looked more into the project and onto the Twitter, these individuals actually can be seen on the Twitter at real life events. And of course, one of my good friends, Summer from Firecastle Crypto, is an advisor for the project. And I know from conversations I've had with her about the legitimacy of the team. So that's also super exciting because I always say doxed team members show legitimacy for a project. And they've got a number of early stage investors on here that you can have a look at. And these are images of the public events that I talked about with the team members present. So let's move to the next part of the video. What are the nodes and how do they earn or work? So the interesting thing about this project is that the nodes are super cheap and they only have 10 tiers. They start at $30 and they go up to $155. And at the moment, tier 2 is still available around 38 USDT. So you can purchase more than one node if you want to run them. The nodes are going to be split into two different revenue streams. You can either earn from being a CPU node or from a GPU node. And the CPU nodes are going to earn 4% of the minting reward, and the GPU nodes are going to earn 8% of the minting reward. That's a total of 12% of the DLC tokens that are going to go towards the nodes. Now, each node is going to earn 100,000 DLC tokens as a minimum, and there's a total of 120,000 nodes in total. Now, the exciting thing about this node sale is that we are still super early. It only launched a few days ago. They've already sold over 8,000 nodes in tier 1 with 10,000 nodes left in tier 2. Now you get a 30,000 DLC airdrop if you purchase using my link, and this is expected to be equivalent of $90, which means that if you purchase a node now in tier 2, which is around $38, that additional airdrop will mean that not only will you get your money back, but you'll get an additional $50 worth of tokens. So if you buy multiple nodes, you'll get multiple airdrops, which essentially makes the node pay for itself. And as you know, this project is not only about passive income, but it's also about trying to maximize ROI on your investment. Minting for these nodes starts within 10 days after the listing. Now, the nodes are super important because they have a CPU and a GPU function to them. The CPU function is going to use your idle bandwidth, and this is going to undertake computation for the Deeplink network, which is going to allow it to run its cloud gaming platform. And the specs for this CPU node is super low. You simply need about 10 megabytes up and down, one core CPU, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and 50 gigabytes of hard disk. You can actually run these on a VPS or a node as a service provider if you want to do that. And the GPU aspect of this is also useful. The specs for that are slightly different. You need a 3 gigahertz CPU and a GPU from NVIDIA. So it has to be a 20, 30, or 40 series, and you need 16 gigabytes of RAM. Remember, 8% of the tokens will go if you have GPU mining and 4% if you have CPU mining. So to get the maximum returns, you're going to want to utilize both of these. Right, let's jump into the last part of the video, which is talking about how you can purchase one of these nodes, making use of the 30,000 token airdrop that you can get hold of. Step 1 is to click the link in the description. Step 2 is to connect a compatible wallet. Now you can either pay in Ethereum or BNB. Now I always choose BNB if that's the option because ultra low gas fees. Make sure you've got some BNB tokens in that wallet because you're going to need it for gas fees. And then you simply choose the tier that is available. Remember to use the link in the description so that you you can get value from this, and I also get a kickback from that. Once you've connected your wallet, you simply click join KYC. Now for this, you simply need to enter an email address. They need to make sure that you are not a bot and that you are an individual. So enter your email address here. And that's it. The KYC was as simple as that. Now choose the tier that you want to purchase in, click on purchase nodes, and then enter if you want to pay in DBC or USDT. Remember, I'm in the Binance chain. Enter the number of nodes that you want to purchase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Remember, the more that you purchase, you're still going to get 30,000 DLC tokens airdropped per node that you purchase. And then you simply click confirm, and that will be attributed to your wallet. And that's it. You'll have a hold of those wallets, and because you're early, you would have got the maximum value for your investment. I'll be sure to update you as this project moves forward to mainnet and how you can delegate these nodes, whether you want to do that virtually or on your own PC, but I wanted to put this in front of you as the time permitted. And as I always say, if you find value from these videos, do click a like. It doesn't cost you anything, but it pushes the video out to the algorithm, and click subscribe because I've got a ton of other physical and digital DePin node projects. In fact, if you're interested in those types of projects, why not check this one out here? Right, that's it from me. I'll catch you in the next video.